Hi everyone, today we're going to create this amazing app bar that fades when you scroll. Let's check it out. So I've opened an empty project right here and I already linked the file to the main.dart. And what we're going to do is we're going to start creating a stateful widget called fade app bar. I'm just naming my fade app bar tutorial. We're going to initialize a variable on the scroll controller there that is going to keep track of our scrolling, and also scroll control offset to 0, 0. In order to keep track of the changes in the scroll, we're going to have to create a function called scroll listener, which is going to listen and updates the state based on the offset. Then just let's make sure we initialize the scroll controller and we add the listener in an init state. For the next part, we're just going to start building the widget. So I'm just going to have a really simple scaffold here, and I set a background color there as a placeholder. And I'm just going to add a box decoration real quick, where we can actually add an image as our background. So I'm just going to add decoration image, and I am going to say fit cover to expand and still maintain the aspect ratio, and I'm just going to paste this image that I separated right here. Perfect, we got this nice gradient. Now let's just remove this container and add a stack as our child. And now we're going to add a custom scroll view which we can attach to scroll controller. That's why we're using it. And then on the slivers, we can just add a sliver to box adapter because we're going to fit a small text there just so you can see that it's scrolling. So I'm just going to have a rocket emoji there show up. I'm going to hard reload because it needs to initialize the scroll controller. And there you go. As you can see, we have the rocket there. And if I scroll, it scrolls with it. Perfect. So now we're going to create the actual fade app bar widget. So I'm going to attach a preferred size to the stack, and I'm going to have the fade app bar as a child, which is going to take the scroll offset as a parameter. I also set the preferred size to the size of the width and a 28 height. Now let's create our stateless widget, which is going to take a scroll offset as a parameter. And let's start building it with a safe area. I'm just going to set the top to false, and I'm going to add a container of height 100. I'm just going to add some padding to it so it looks nice, and I'm going to add the color. And here's a very important part. For the fade to work, what we're going to do is we're going to change the opacity property of the color that you choose. To do that, we're just going to divide. We're going to have the scroll offset divided by a constant, and we're going to clamp those values to 0 and 1 because opacity can only be between 0 and 1. Just add a child here as a safe area and a container as its child just so we can see the fade working. So if I scroll, as you can see, the top there fades correctly to a determined height. Awesome. So now just to make this a little bit more interesting, I'm going to add a search input to that app bar. The search input is going to be a pretty simple widget. It's just going to have a container with a height set to 50 and a box decoration just to have some shadow. I'm also going to add a child as a text field and add all these properties right here with a decoration of input decoration. You can find the source code and the description. Perfect. I'm just going to save now, hard reload, and as you can see, we have a beautiful app bar there that fades when you scroll. And that's exactly the same one as Airbnb was using in their apps. So cool. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. And subscribe for more. Hit the thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video.